Hello, how y'all doing? What I'm doing here today, got my Mad Catz rod here, and I've had these Picifun. This is a Chaos 50 that I've had on here for 2 years. Not bad reels, but the one thing that I've found with them is when you have them set up, and of course you're tight line fishing, what I found is that they will, if there's wind blowing, and around here there's always wind blowing, you can't keep a real tight line with it. That is the only thing with this reel that I can say I found that I didn't like. And for the cost of it, it really wasn't bad. So, what I have done is I've went and got one of these Ancient Mariners. Actually, I picked up 2 of them. And shout out here locally, it's Taylor's Bait and Tackle, because that's where I picked him up at. Now then, I like the oversized knobs. This is the Albatross 6000. And here they are side by side. Now then, the Ancient Mariners definitely cost a little more. I haven't really hooked on anything huge with these, but in 2 years, I've caught a few catfish with it. Really looking forward to this one. Now then, compare these 2 reels just a little bit. This Picifun has a gear ratio of 5.3 to 1. It's got a little different knob on it. I actually kind of like this knob, I'm not gonna lie. This one has this plastic thumb screw here, well, thumb screw, cast lever. And I kind of like that, not gonna lie. And it's kind of nice when you're reeling it in to have this one over here. I always kind of rested my thumb on that top one. Now then, I'm certain that I will figure out the best way to use this one, and that's not going to be a huge issue. Now then, one of the things that I have found in between the 2 of them is the clickers. Now for this one, I forget what the gear ratio is on this. I'll have to look that up here in a minute. I don't think it's as much, but listen to that. A whole lot more sound coming out of that. A whole lot more sound. So if you're wanting something that's going to get your attention, that will get your attention. This one, you've got to be listening for. So if you run back to your truck to get something, and you've really got to listen hard to be able to hear that one. This one's actually got a round ball. on this Ancient Mariner. Like I said, 2 years and the price point of this reel. It's kind of hard to beat. I've only got the one complaint about this, and it's not even a deal breaker, but it can get annoying sometimes. Your line goes a little bit slack, and you try to take up the slack, and it just won't hold real well. I'm hoping this one is going to take that up, and I can have tight lines all the time. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend some time here and spool on some new line on this. What I've got on here is Andy's 30-pound mono. And I've got my fingers holding it just to make certain it goes on like it's supposed to and stays kind of tight. Yeah, I'll be doing this for a little bit. I'll get back at you. Okay, now that this one's spooled up and ready to go, what I want to talk about just real quick are some of the differences in the reels. I've looked and I cannot find anywhere that says what the gear ratio is on this one, on the Ancient Mariner. My apologies. So, key differences. One's going to be the take-up. This one's plastic and it's got a little metal insert in it. This one's all metal. The length of the reel seats, the Ancient Mariner has a little longer reel seat. And of course, like I said, it's got the 4 positions that it's attached with, whereas the Picifun only has 2 positions that it's attached. When you're going to spool this up for the first time, this one is a pain in the butt. All the plastic and everything goes on. It gets difficult to get a knot tied into it. The Ancient Mariner, plenty of room so you can get in, get your knot tied off real quick. I know that's only something that you have to do when you're putting new line on, but it might be a consideration for a new fisherman. Now then, hopefully I get to get out and do some fishing here shortly and be able to come back and give you a little better option of, well, a little better understanding from my viewpoint of how it works actually fishing, castability, stuff like that. And speaking of castabilities, I never had any issues with the Picifuns. They actually casted rather well, or at least mine, both of mine did. One last thing before I take off. A shout out to Taylor's Bait and Tackle. Now then, if you're a catfisherman, they have got a lot of fishing rods to choose from, including some of the Mad Cats. They've got several manufacturers there. They do have the Ancient Mariner reels, and she's actually got a lot of these in stock. About anything, looking for spooks, they've got them. Leaders, line, have just about everything that you need. Weights, live bait, So if you're around, make certain and check them out. You can also find them on Facebook. Like I said, great little spot that's kind of hidden that you might not know it's there. So if you're looking for catfish gear, you might be able to run there, and she's got other gear too. But you might be able to run there and get set up and in business quicker than ordering stuff, waiting for it to come in. Don't forget to give her a shout and see what she's got if you're looking for stuff. Taylor's Bait and Tackle. Good luck.